Morning, everyone. It's a rainy morning out here today. Was hoping it would not rain this morning and just be cloudy, but we're gonna have to deal with the conditions we have. Hopefully it'll make for some better fishing. So I'm out here on the pond I was at in the last video. I don't know if you guys can see really clear water. Maybe with the sun there'll be a little less glare on the water for you guys today. But we're going to be focusing on some top water bites. A little bit of wind today, so I'm going to try and position myself in these weeds so I don't blow away. I should be able to get some bites just outside the grass edge is where I usually get them. So I'm going to just position myself up here in the weeds. Let's see what we can make happen. Oh God, that's a good one to start it off right at the boat. Just a small one. Holy, he's fired up. Calm down there, buddy. Wow. I was wondering, I'm sitting right next to this really good looking pocket between the grass. Just small guy, but I was wondering if someone was going to come up and crush it there. Yes, they did. Awesome. Ooh, nice bass right here. Drop that right in his face. Yep, he ate it. That was awesome. Dropped it right in front of his face and he gobbled it. Get in here, buddy. That's the exact bass I saw. I don't know if you guys ever got a glimpse of him on camera. I'm surprised I didn't spook that fish. I dropped that 6 inches in front of his face. Just another little guy. But fun when you're sight fishing them. There's another bass right in front of me here. I think he spotted me. But we're gonna throw that wacky in anyway. Do that wacky right in front of him. He's going towards it. He grabbed it. There we go. Right in front of him. He's trying to go in the grass there. Get out of the grass, buddy. Get in here. That's the nicest fish of the day so far. And we sight fished him on the wacky worm. Look at that. Way down in there. That was awesome. That's 2 sight fishing fish in about a minute or so. I think this one was just hit my frog over here. Threw the wacky worm in over here without getting a good look at him. And he wasn't biting it, but then I saw him, threw it in, bang. It's a nice 1.5 pounder. It's chunky though. All right, buddy. We'll see you later. That's one thing you can really do on this pond is just go around the shallow grassy areas like I'm in now, and you'll just see bass. And as long as you're pretty stealthy, if you throw the wacky worm in, they're eating it almost every time. That's why it's one of my favorite ponds. You can sight fish, which is one of my favorite things to do, and frog fish, which is one of my favorite things to do. Let's keep moving along these shallows. I'm gonna move up to the edge of the grass. That's where I've been catching the frog fish. Usually is right along the edge of the grass out here. But I'm in this sort of shallow ring of the pond that also holds some bass. There we go. Another frogfish. Oh. Let's see, is he gonna release himself? Looks like not. Calm down, bud. There we go. Jumped out of the water for that frog. Best looking frogfish of the day, even though it's not even as good as our wacky wormfish we just had. It's all right, we'll get a bigger one on top water here. We'll see this guy later. There we go. There's a bass. And there's some acrobatics skimming. Oh, all right. Take a look at this fella. Who is he? He's got some nice colors on him. Dark bass. Another small one though, but he's real pretty. Real dark bass. He's got almost this ear distance on his belly there. All right, buddy. Thank you for biting. There we go, there's a bass right in front of me. Sorry, buddy. Hit you against the boat. Another self-release. But he was just a moment too late. There you go. There you go. Hit right in front of me, another skinny guy. But still appreciate the bite. There we go. Another fish on a frog. There's a nicer one. Finally, I was looking for a good fish today. Man, he was messing my wacky rig too. He jumped right in there. There we go. It's probably a 2-pounder there on the frog. That was fun. I was just fishing this spot right before I moved into it just to make sure I wasn't spooking anything off, and I'm glad I did. Hopefully I didn't spook the other fish around here though, because we're gonna sit here for a while and hopefully get some frogfish to eat. Just missed a frogfish over here, right about where I threw that wacky at. So we're gonna see. I'm instantly getting bit. Tighten my drag a little bit. It's not a big fish or anything, but there he goes. I'm gonna have to get him out of this grass. Probably have to go to him here. We're gonna just keep my attention on this. Oh. Still got him actually. We're in this really thick grass. Actually, I'm gonna just see if I can pull him up. He seems to be moving a little bit. Probably easier to move him than to move me. Okay, see where his mouth is. There we go. Oh, look at that hook right there. The skin hooked. It's another nice one though. Decent one. 1.5, maybe approaching 2 here. But I think that's probably the exact fish that missed my frog. So mission accomplished. Just got him with a little extra grass than we wanted to. So it's a little bit of a gamble to use the wacky rig, because you could have to end up pulling a bass through something like this. And as much as I hate this stuff, this is where the bass like to hide. So, it just comes with bass fishing. Go, there's a bass. He didn't really jump out of the water for that frog, but he certainly got it. Oh yeah, that's a nicer one. It's a really nice one. Not really nice, but nice one for here. Oh yeah, probably 2.5 pounder there. Came up and just kind of swallowed that frog. Bit of a lazy eat, but it's still so fun. All right, buddy. Catch you later. There's another frogfish right on the edge of that grass over there. This one's a little smaller, a lot of bit smaller. Still got that frog right in his mouth. Calm down, buddy. You're not big enough to be feisty. GoPro's got about 30 minutes left here, so we're gonna go back into the shallows just beyond this weed line. I have a lot of luck back there, just really sight fishing bass with the wacky worm, and I've had a very good dose of frogfish today, so I'm gonna try and end it off with a couple of sight fishing bass. There's a bass. And he's going under my boat. Get up here, buddy. It's a decent one. The shallows. Didn't really sight fish that guy. Turns out, I really do wish I'd brought my sunglasses. Even though it's not sunny, there's some glare in the water. That guy's pretty long, but pretty skinny. Pound and a half maybe. But that's probably where we're gonna end it today. I'll send him back. A bit of a graceful release for you guys. See you later, buddy. All right, well, we had a great day out here. Came out real early, but it started to rain hard, so I had to wait until about 6:30 to come out. But my old Booyah popping frog really put in some work. I got a couple nice ones on the wacky rig too. All right, guys, we'll see you later.